I'm Urban Eve. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for clicking on my video. I'm here to do my review of the new Mented Foundation Stick. Now, it's not as super new as it was, but it's still pretty new, and I've been watching reviews of it and just getting really excited to try it because I've just been watching Mented go from being this black owned company that really proudly markets its cosmetics to women of color, for women of color, by women of color, and I've seen them go from just these old nude lipsticks to eyeshadow palette, lip liners, and now they have a foundation stick. And I have not tried a new foundation in a long time, but I was just like, I have to try this. It's Mented. I mean, like, unfortunately, you know, because they are primarily online, I went into a pop-up shop in Macy's a few months ago where I picked up a lip gloss that I'm going to be using as well. But basically they're primarily online, and it's hard to pick a shade online. I don't know if Ulta carries any Mented products. I'll have to check it out, but I don't think so, because I've been to Ulta a few times now and I never saw anything. But it would be great if they did start carrying Mented so that we could see it and look at, you know, the shades and stuff. But I basically just looked on the site and tried to do comparisons to my Fenty foundation match. I actually watched Andrea Renee, and she did a really good review of the stick foundation by Mented as well. She wears 420. I was originally shade matched at 420, so I think she used T40. So I was just like, okay, if she's doing T40, then I'm gonna do T30, thinking that that will be light enough. But it's not really. So this is the foundation. I got it, like I said, in a T30. As soon as I saw this shade, I was just like, oh no, oh no. But then I thought, you know, sometimes with Mented, a lot of times their color swatches don't match accurately to the actual color of the product. So this also didn't give me a whole lot of hope. But so this is what it looks like. And it's actually a pretty good match to the Fenty Pro Filter 420 foundation. I'm actually gonna get that for a comparison now, but it's just slightly warmer, which I like, but the warmth gives it a slightly darker kind of, it makes the shade look slightly darker. Honestly, I love this color, like looking at it as a color, like I love it, but we will see soon enough whether or not this actually is something that I can work with, even if it's not like my actual shade match. I think I might be closer to T20. What they did, which was very handy, is they send a free sample of the entire range of foundation shades that Mented has in this shade finder card. And it's 16 colors in all. This one, T30 is the one that I got, that I just showed. And I think I'm closer to a T20. But really and truly, this feels to me like the difference between Fenty Beauty's 420 and 385, which, as you know, I was shade matched at 385 the second time somebody shade matched me at Sephora. But again, I feel like this is the difference between the winter shade and the summer shade, so I might be able to make this work. I'm gonna go get the Fenty foundation just so you can see a comparison between the two colors, and I'll be right back. So this is the Fenty Pro Filter foundation in 420. I think this is my second or third bottle, and so this is the Mented foundation stick in T30. So if you look at these colors, ooh, I really like this color a lot. It's definitely warmer. This is a neutral shade, and it seems like the undertone is matching, but this is warmer. The other reason that I wanted to try this is not just because it's Mented. I'm glad that Mented did it, but also because of the claims that I've been hearing about how it's very skin-like and how it has a kind of dewiness to it, which I found to be true watching Auntie Gorgeous and Andre Renee's videos. Like there's definitely like a glow. So let's just swatch it on my chest. Yeah, that's definitely reddish. It's kind of stiff, but it blends out okay. I don't think it'll be a big deal. By the way, I prep my face only with the SPF 40 100% mineral matte screen supergoop. This is what I've been using. Sometimes I put a primer over it, but this time I just put the supergoop. That's it. So yeah, that's just going on so nicely. Yeah, I'm probably overdoing it. I haven't put foundation on like this in such a long time. So I got the stick foundation that comes with a brush. So for I think $40, because the foundation is like 30 something, you can get the stick foundation with a foundation brush, which I thought, like, how am I not doing that? Because all my brushes are dirty. It actually looks a lot like the e.l.f. blending brush that I use, a lot like it. It's dense like it. It's a little, it's not as wide, but you know, after some use it might be. It's a lot like the e.l.f. blending brush in the way that it looks and everything. So let's just blend that out. So I'm not finding that it looks super dewy on me. And that could be because of the prep, the SPF prep. Because it's a matte mineral sunscreen, so it might be giving it a matte, more of a matte finish. Doesn't seem to be full coverage though, because it's not covering up any of my acne scars. So I might have to go in with another more serious layer. This brush is okay. It's not the best. It's alright. I think it could have done with being a little wider, just having more like mass. So I'm gonna put more of this on, put more under my eye. I never do this anymore. I only put concealer under my eye nowadays. Cause I'm just trying to use less makeup, but for the sake of reviewing, I'm just gonna try to go all in with this. Ooh, I actually really like how it looks. I think it's a nice shade for me. Now I kind of feel like T20 would be too light. This actually is really nice. I'm sure after I wear it, because I am going to go out today after this, and perhaps I will come back and do a wear review, maybe. If I don't, I'll just cut this right out of the video. I'm tempted to go in with more, but I'm gonna leave it here. I think this level of coverage is fine. Okay, so as always, I'm using the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in Maple, and that's that color. I don't know if it's gonna give me that much of a brightening effect, but we'll see. It's not so much lighter than this foundation. I'm gonna go light. Okay, that's light enough. I usually swipe across, but here. And I'm gonna take the Sonia Kashuk, this little sponge, which I'm not crazy about these little ones. I'm actually really needing to refill the bigger ones. Those are bae. I just wanted to try this because I thought it might get into like the little places easier. And there is one that I do like. There's a small size in this set that I do like, but these are not my favorite. There's a different shaped one. It's more like a teardrop that I like. This one, and I just don't think it'd be worth it to buy that whole set again just for that one little one that I like. So I'm just gonna be using the large ones, just beating like the little parts of my face with a large ass sponge. I've been doing it. I think I will survive. So this will also be a good test to see how the Mented foundation works with a different concealer, because they don't have a concealer yet, but I'm sure it's gonna be on its way. And for setting powder, even though, like I said, I feel like the Fenty setting powder is very drying, I actually went ahead and ordered the mini version of the setting powder in honey. I have the banana powder, which I feel is really on the cool side, and I know this might sound crazy to some, but I really prefer ColourPop's banana powder because it has a more yellowy, warmer tone to it than the Fenty Beauty finishing powder. It's just a little too neutral, a little too pale for me, and I really do like the warmth of a good banana powder, and I really liked the ColourPop banana powder. But I had seen reviews of, you know, people using the honey one, the honey Fenty setting powder, and I really like that shade. Like, I like the warmth of it, I like the brightening of it. So I'm gonna try that one, and I was really excited to find that they have a mini version. I don't know if many people know that, but sometimes I just go to Sephora and I just put mini and just see what mini versions are out there. There's also a mini of the new Fenty bronzers, and I got one of those as well. Okay, so here is the mini Fenty setting powder in honey. I love many things. I love many things. You know this about me. Sorry about the sirens. So here she is. Isn't she cute? She's so cute. So this is my first time using this as well. It has a little bitty powder puff. That is so cute. I love this. I'm never gonna use it, but I love it. I don't remember now. Maybe there's a powder puff in the big one and I like put it aside somewhere. Like, I don't remember, but it's so adorable. It's mad warm, yo. Okay, so the powder has a bit more of a neutral tone. It's not really brightening so much as it is just setting, which is fine. But I can see I'm just gonna have to get the ColourPop powder because I do like it to be brightening. This could also just be because the Mented color is a little darker, definitely more reddish, so you need something that is clearly just a little bit brighter in the setting powder shade to brighten it up. I will be curious to see what this looks like with lighter foundation, because this is all very like one tone, and I usually like to have like light in the high points, my chin, and you know, that whole situation. It's just more all one tone, and I like for there to be some dimension. So I know that the bronzing powder that I got, the mini size, is not gonna show up, I don't think, because I got Caramel Cutie, and Caramel Cutie is like, to me, the lightest of the brown shades. But just like with blush, I get really nervous about too much color here. So it's actually a subtle bronze for me, but I see it and I like it. Like, it's the right amount of bronze for me. So this is the Caramel Cutie Stalker, and part of the Stalker bronzing powders that Fenty Beauty came out with. I have to say, I really like this packaging more than the white packaging. I think that it just looks really beautiful. Not that the white packaging doesn't, but it don't look beautiful for very long because it's white. And once your fingers get to it, it's all over, and it's makeup, and it just ends up looking like not great. Of course, this is gonna get messed up too, but it still looks very like expensive and classy. Like, this is not gonna get dirty. So I'm going to try to bronze with this a little bit, but as you can see, it's a color that's very close to my own skin tone. So I'm gonna take this double-sided Sephora brush. It's a 201, and let's see. This is a very neutral shade as well. I was scared of like the darker colors, only because there seemed to be a lot of redishness, like in Coco Naughty or Mocha Mami, and I didn't want too much redishness. Oh, this is showing up, boo. She's showing up. It's probably hard to see here, but she's there. She's there. And that's exactly what I want. Subtle. Now these I found in Sephora. This comes with a Matchstick Shimmer Skin Stick in Cinnamon, which I'm trying to figure out a way to use that. It doesn't really show up on my skin tone very much. I like it though. It's not the shimmer stick in the Matchsticks collection that is my favorite, but I just wanted to be able to sample the bronzer without getting a whole one. And it's just also very cost effective. It's $25 for that set. And I mean, I'm not gonna be using this every day, so who needs a huge one? See, I'm probably not even bronzing right. I'm so new to this, but since it's so neutral and it's not really crazy, you don't see if it looks nuts. All right, so what I am gonna do is go off camera, do my eyeliner and mascara, and come back with my final thoughts. Okay, so I'm back. And I'm actually going to do something I probably should have done earlier, which is to swatch the little sample that they included in the shade finder for the T20 color. That's this one, and just see what that looks like in comparison to T30 that I'm wearing now. Again, that's this color. Oh yeah, that's the one. That's my girl right there. T20 is it. It's hard to tell online, man. It's really hard to tell. I think this did pretty well though, for being like maybe a couple of shades darker. And this, I mean, it's not an exact match, but it's way, way, way closer. So depending on how this wears, I may consider buying the stick in T20, because that's definitely a closer match. I think the next one after the next one that's lighter than T20 is T10. That is that's tan. That's this one up here. Maybe I should try that one as well. Oh shit. Oh shit, I think I'm T10. Okay, when you rub it on, it melts and it just is really soft, and that's when it glides on. But oh shit, I wanted to get this instead, like just get the shade finder palette instead of just getting the stick, but I also really wanted to do the review. That's why I kind of jumped the gun and just got T30, and also, you know, referencing Andre Renee's video, I thought maybe I could figure it out myself, but I think I'm T10. That's this one right here. Let's look at that compared with this. Yeah, that's a way closer match. Again, I'm comparing it to 420, which is not 385, but so Mented has these, the swatches that, the foundation swatches online, but then they have like in their shade finder, they have like a woman of color next to like the shade that you pick. And if I looked at T10, I would have been like, this girl's too light. It's too light. I don't have a good sense of like my skin tone, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, I mean, this still looks fine to me. I'm just amazed. Which is good. It's always good to be amazed. So T10, tan 10 is my shade match, and I'm wearing T30 right now on my face, but with, setting powders and, bronzing and a little bit of highlighter. I mean, it really doesn't look all that different once it's blended out, which is a good thing, because technically T10, T20, T10, T20, T30, which is what I have, those could all work for me depending on what undertone look I'm going for, which is what I love about melanated skin. Like, we could go so many different ways. Like I said, I haven't used stick foundation in a long time, and I haven't tried a new foundation in a long time, so my purchasing of the shade that's closest to my skin shade is really going to depend, of course, on how it wears throughout the day, So at the end of the day, I'm still glad that I got the stick foundation, even if it was in a shade that was a few shades darker, because I just want to see how it performs. That's like the main thing, because I really love Mented and I really, really want to support them and support their progress. I think that they've come a really long way, and I can see that they are going to go even further perhaps than many might have anticipated. So basically, that is my review of this foundation stick, the It's Skin foundation stick. I forgot to mention it's called It's Skin because of its claims to be like skin. And so far, it's looking gorgeous. But I don't want to get super excited because I've looked at foundations that look gorgeous before. I just want to like relax, fall back, see how it wears, and then make my judgments from there. But right now, I think it looks beautiful. And like I said, even for this not being my shade, I would still wear this. Like, it looks fantastic. It blended out beautifully. I think that skin prep is always important with regards to how foundation, liquid foundation, stick foundation goes on. It goes on much nicer when you've prepped your skin a bit. And this is no different. And look at, like, I put like 3 colors on my chest. I can't even see them right now. There's a little bit of discoloration right here, but on my chest, where's the colors at? Where are they at? I can't see it. So options are always wonderful. This, by the way, is the Mented Lip Gloss in Coralition, which I keep in my bag all the time because it looks good with everything, and I love how it feels on my lips. It's not sticky, it's very smooth, and I love a lip color that goes with everything. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know if any of you have tried the foundation stick. It's Skin by Mented. I'd love to know what your thoughts are on it. Overall, I think it's really beautiful finish. Like I said, I will get back to you with my wear review in a few hours, hopefully. But until then, I will see you in my next video. Okay, so here I am. It is, I don't remember what time it is. It's like, it looks like it's about 4:35. I'm looking at a clock across the street. I don't know if you can tell from this light how the foundation is looking. Like, it's okay. It's not like super skin-like. And it might be the powder that's making things look a little like cakey and like showing my texture and shit. But, I mean, it's fine. It's definitely, you know, my oils are not breaking out. I'm definitely not greasy. And generally, I like the look of it. You know, it's cool. I'm gonna have to compare it to another stick foundation that I have, like ABH. But basically, this is it. I feel like maybe the light is hard to see, or the light makes it hard to see accurately. It was 1:40 when I left, so like I said, right now it's about 4:35. Yeah, I mean, it's held up pretty well, considering it's not super warm out, but it is mild. Yeah, I mean, I'm not like raving about it, and I'm not hating it, so that's my honest opinion. I do not regret purchasing it. I'm sure it will look different with different setting powders, different setting spray. We will see. I will keep you posted. But that is it for this review. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next one. Later.